Good morning, extras. Reasonably early morning here. I didn't rise that early this morning because I was up a few times during the night. When I woke up this morning, I woke up, as I do very often, in an absolute blissful state. Completely and utterly refreshed. With thoughts coming into my mind. Very, very knowing thoughts. Real smart thoughts. Correct thoughts. I watch them as they come into my mind. And I go, wow, I never even thought about that. And that's so right. I agree, 100%. Of course, it's my mind that is delivering. It's my unconscious, because the unconscious has a vast depth to it. It has the accumulation of all the knowledge that you've ever learnt in your life. And so it was delivering up these snippets, these one-liners of wisdom. And I was like, that's so right, that's so right. It's so amazing. And I'm lying there, completely warm. It's bright outside, whereby when I normally get up, it's barely dawn. And so that was nice. Waking up to another bright day with a clear blue sky, like you can see. These wonderful thoughts going through my mind, feeling absolutely content and ready to start a beautiful day. I reflected then back to when my daughter was young. Anything from, 1 year old up to about 5 years old. And when you have children, you sit over them and you watch them sleep. And they look so amazing. They look so blissful. And their beautiful little minds are thinking about all wonderful things. And they are the very epitome of perfection. And then they open their eyes and they're bright. There's no sign of tiredness. Their eyes are crystal clear and they're gleaming like a billion stars. And you can see this amazing spark of genius, what this universe has to offer within their eyes. And it's an absolutely marvellous thing. And I used to look into my daughter's eyes with a tear in mine. And she used to touch my face, not comprehending why I would have a little tear. What I'm getting to here is, people, these days when I wake up, my eyes aren't that bright anymore. They're showing signs of age. They're becoming somewhat dull. My face is puffy, and the body often doesn't feel so youthful. But having said that, the body can age, the mind can age, but there is still a place that we can be. And it is in this beautiful, blissful state where everything is perfection. Of recent times, I've been talking more and more about this because this seems to be the answer. Everybody's looking for something. They don't know what it is, but they know something isn't right. Myself and other people think we know what it is because we are experiencing what it is. To be in this world with all of its pangs, but not to let any of it, not a single thing affect our beautiful mind. It's a very difficult thing to attain, people. And there's lots of you that just can't see that you will ever attain such a level based on the lives that you live. And I don't know what to say about that. I've been trying to give you pointers But as myself, Guy and Jonas said in yesterday's videos, you have to work. You have to really want this space. You have to have a great desire. You have to seek. You have to meditate. You have to take time on your own to free the mind. Many walks in nature. Complete avoidance of anything that brings a turmoil within you. A friend of mine, she's telling me about her father, how he's absolutely poisoned with Trump. He's insane with it. Absolute, real abject hate for the guy. And it's killing him. When we harbour these emotions, they're the most destructive emotions you can ever have. Jealousy and hate. They will kill you. They are affecting the homeostasis in your body on a daily basis. You've got the free radicals running riot, killing the good positive cells. We can't allow that to happen. We have to get into a state of mind where we emancipate ourselves from all of the bullshit, the stuff that just doesn't matter. A scene from the Bhagavad Gita springs to mind. That scene in the Bhagavad Gita where Jonas talks to Krishna. He's just about to go into battle. It's a very misunderstood spark of wisdom. But basically what I get from it is that it doesn't matter, Jonas, that you're going to go and slay men, and you may be slayed yourself. Because if you knew that this is just a dream, and this is just one scenario of a gazillion that you as eternal consciousness are going to have, then you just wouldn't be feeling these negative feelings, apprehensions and fears and confusion about it. We have to look at the bigger picture. We have to get into the bigger picture that we are eternal consciousness. And here, it's just some sort of a fucked up challenge. Rise to the challenge, face the challenge, and say, is that it? Is that what all this nonsense is about? Maybe running around buying Christmas presents for people that you barely see, but there's some guilt within you. There's something that's driving you. Oh, I've got to get this. Oh, I've got to get that. Oh, what should I get? People these days, they can't afford to buy all this shit. And when you give these presents, the chances are that it's the last thing that they ever wanted or needed. And yet we're all so trapped and embroiled into it. And we still do it. Every single year, we do it. We do it and we do it. Give it up, people. Give up all these rituals. Get your own rituals going. Get your own meditation practice going. Get your own ritual where you walk in nature every single day. Where you clear your mind. When you be present. When you're doing the housework. When you're at work. When you're doing the washing up. Whatever. Be present. And concentrate on how blissful you are. And the potential that you have. When you can get rid of this shit. These viruses within the mind. Please tell me you're getting this. If you're not getting it, tell me you want more of an explanation. Tell me you want dialogue with me and with other people to enable you to be able to perceive it, to be able to intuit it, to be able to receive it. Because this is the answer. Change your environment. I know many of you, you're in the heart of winter. Look at what I'm waking up to every single day. Look at the traffic in the street. Where is it? It isn't there. Look at the blue sea out there, the blue sky. Look up in the sky. Where's the chemtrails? Nothing. And yet all these videos coming out of America, chemtrails all over the place, alien craft up in the sky, Trump's lying again, and Putin's coming to get us, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's all a trap. It's a contrivance. An absolute, complete and utter contrivance to trap your mind. And you're falling for it. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to ascend? Are you going to begin to ascend with some of us? This is what we're going to be doing in the year 2018. 2018. The mark of the beast, no less. 666. You can interpret that any way you want to. The way I interpret it is that, you see, 666 can be interpreted so many ways. And if you look into this, then you'll discover that scholars do interpret it so many ways. It is said in the Bible that 666 is the mark of the beast. What is the beast? You can say the beast is base human being. And I don't mean to say beast in, this evil way. I mean in the animalistic way. The mark of the beast. We call cows in a field beast, don't we? And so, if you look at this interpretation like that, 666 being the mark of the beast, being the mark of base human thinking, deriving from the base human brain, which is the stem brain. It's the reptilian brain, doing everything for instant gratification. But if you add 666 and you get the number 18, if you add 1 and 8, you get the number 9. If you look up what number 9 represents, it represents higher consciousness. Again, there are lots of other interpretations of that number. The thing is about this world is that it's such a great paradox, and you can look up what something means and you will always find a myriad of explanations for it. We have to find our explanation, basically. We can't depend on other people's. So what I do is, when I read about the mark of the beast, I don't believe in this devil. I believe if anything is the devil, then we are. We are potentially the devil, like we are potentially God. We have this ability to be able to decide, for the better part, what we're going to be, what role we're going to play in this thing. We could pick up a machete and an AK-47, and we could be very beast-like, murderous and callous and heinous, or we could stand on an apple crate in the middle of a city preaching the Bible. We can choose what we want to do. So we can choose whether we want to operate from the lower echelon of what it is to be a human being, or from the higher. If we look at the higher level, when we divide 666 by 2, getting 9. If you add 18, the 1 and the 8, then you get 9. So within this 666, which is also speculated to have been a hidden code in the Bible, meaning the nefarious Caesar of the time, which was Nero. He was the beast. He was the one suppressing the Jews. And so they wrote in code. But the way I look at it, and you can look at it however you want to, but I'm doing the math here, juggling figures. Adding 1 and 8 gives you 9. It gives you the higher level of consciousness. So we have the choice then to dwell in the lower echelon of this consciousness, or to rise, to ascend to the higher level of consciousness. And so that's what I'm endeavouring to do. That's what I'm endeavouring to help you to do. To make this choice. Whether you constantly want to dwell in the land of the 666, in the instant gratification realm, in the realm of the suffering, the wailing and the gnashing of the teeth, or whether you want to dwell in the higher realm of God consciousness. Have a think about that, people. Where do you want to dwell? It's your choice. It's not their choice. It's yours. What are you going to choose? When the base mind has risen and the conscious mind, the higher self, has a confluence with the base mind, and it tells it. A little like Krishna told Junas, you don't have to worry about what the base mind is saying, because it isn't a reality. It's just an illusion. Go into battle. Do your thing. And fear not and care not. Because in the bigger picture, what you do here, really, it doesn't matter. You can object to that when you have deep feelings about family and children and things like this. But what I mean by this is, of course, enjoy your children and your family. But whenever you're challenged, the challenges don't matter. They really just don't matter. They're a part of the lower functioning of our minds. The part that generates the fear. It's your enemy. You are being compromised. It's like Junas. He's being compromised because he didn't want to go and kill these people. He knew some of those people. They are or were his fellow men. He didn't want to do that. The higher mind was attempting to override that for him and saying, just be calm. Just accept what's about to happen and just be calm with it. If we have a level of acceptance about all the things that we think are bothering us, then you'll see that they just drift away. Let's enter into a dialogue about this, people and friends, because we're getting somewhere now in the Awake and Brave. Lots of people around the world now are saying, but what do we do about it? How do we address all these things? You don't address it out there, because out there is an illusion, because every single thing that happens is happening in here. You hear the world in here, you see the world in here, you feel the world in here. It's all going on in here. So why should we try to change what's going on inside here out there? It doesn't make sense, does it? We've got to change what's going on in here, And we do that by many ways. And I've spoken about these ways very often. And so we have to try to grasp these ways. And we have to try to set aside what is going on out there. It's nonsense. The only thing of any importance is what's going on inside here and inside here. Bringing these two together into a confluence. That's when your humanism is at its greatest height. That's when you are most settled. That's when you have the greatest inner standing, when you can do that. But if you let them control this, you will never find that confluence. If you think that your world is out there, you will never find this confluence. Your world is in here. And so start to think about that a little bit more.